Is the glass half full or half empty? You will be the one to determine that. If you're optimistic, it's definitely half full. With today's economy, people may find it hard to save money. There are ways to cut back. One, you can start with a cell phone. The plan you may have could be more than you need. You can lower your plan and get a basic plan. Secondly, you can cut back on your cable if you have cable. Instead of expanded or HBO or Showtime, you can get basic cable. Finally, how about when you go to work? Do you eat out a lot? Start planning your lunches and take them more often. When you prepare a meal, you can prepare a little extra more and pack a lunch for at least 2 to 3 days a week. That will help you save money. Now, when I say save money, those are ways to cut back. Now, let's save some money. You can do it the old-fashioned way. Take your change, put it in a jar. Every time you have loose change, save it and save it until it adds up. You can just keep saving. Now, what do you do once you saved up all this money? It's just overflowing out of the jar. We got to do something with it. You could go to your local grocery store and put it in the machine, and they tally it up, and then they charge you about 3 to 5% for your money. I don't call that saving money. I want to talk about saving money that will help you make money. First of all, we want to talk about when you do reduce your expenditures, this gives you more money to save. Other ways to reduce your expenditures is, one thing, knowing that it is necessary to do it. That's the way to save. You got to understand it in your mind first. Secondly, it promotes discipline. If you're consistently consistent, you will save money. You can build an emergency fund. Years ago, economists used to say you should put aside at least 6 months for your mortgage, utilities, and food. Today, they're saying you need to put away 9 months. So you have to tally up how much is your mortgage, utilities, and an approximate amount for food. Put up 9 months worth, means save it, just to have an emergency fund. One thing you can also look at is your wants versus your needs. You shouldn't want so much, maybe. Look at everything that you may spend unnecessarily, and just look at the wants and the needs and determine where you can cut back. Saving also helps to avoid overspending. So that way, if you go to the supermarket, if you set aside a certain amount of money just to spend on food, stay away from the unnecessary aisles. Stay away from the snacks. Have a list ready. Be prepared. Consistently. Take a list with you. Do your inventory before you leave. Take your list. You'll do a fantastic job. I guarantee. Savings can help you learn to allocate your funds. For example, I have $100. This was my paycheck for 1 week. The way I would allocate it is I would designate where the money would go. I would set up a plan and look at what my overall expenses are and determine how much I need in every area. I would take $20 for gas, $40 for food, $20 for savings, and another $20 for miscellaneous. I have allocated where the money will go. And if I am consistent with doing this each week with those $20, I will save up this money, and in 5 weeks, I will have $100. So, now that I'm saving up this money, I don't think we want to keep it in the jar or keep it under the mattress. We want to talk about how to really save. Who help you how to save? I'm talking about a bank account. Banks and financial institutions offer savings accounts. Guess what? They pay you to keep your money. That is true. If I take that $100 that I've saved up, take it to the bank, open up an account, and put it in what's called a savings account, you could perhaps get anywhere from 1 to 3% interest. Now, if you're consistently putting that $100 in a month over a period of time, 6 months, you'll have $600. Very important. So all of the money that you have in your pockets, in your socks, and in the couch, let's put it to work. Know your resources. How can I get help in understanding how to save money? You can consult with your local financial institutions or subscribe to magazines that teach you about managing your money. For instance, this magazine is called The Money Magazine. This particular issue is talking about how to save your retirement fund. Rescue. Business Week. It also has interesting articles about finances. Subscribe to the Wall Street Journal. It has a whole section on finances. It will teach you, help you to understand, and learn more and more how money really works. How you can make your money work for you. And let's talk about how your money can work for you. If you are employed and your company offers 401k, that's an excellent opportunity for you to invest your money. How does this work? 401k is set up by the government where you can put your money into an account where the employer will deduct it, payroll deduction, before taxes. So there's another advantage. When you're saving this money for retirement, you're also not reporting the amount that you put into your 401k to the IRS on your W-2. So you got two advantages going for you right here. And you will be consistently saving money. Before you even touch your check, the money goes into your account. Know your record keeper. The record keeper is the financial institution that will oversee the money once it goes into the 401k account. They will give you resources to help you understand how to invest. Now, do you would like to know what type of investor you are? Usually, they have tools to help you determine that. Are you an aggressive or moderate? The point is learning how to save your money. You will be able to set aside this money for retirement age. You have to determine what age would you like to retire. Yes, the normal retirement age is 65. But if you're going to make a plan and set aside funds in a retirement account, this is one of the best ways to do it, especially if they offer a match. What the match is, if you contribute a certain amount, the company also contributes a certain amount. For example, if I could work with a company that has a 6% maximum contribution that they will contribute on. Therefore, if I contribute 6%, they will contribute a maximum of 3%, sorry. What happens is a total of 9% will be contributing to my 401k. So whatever my earnings are each payday, 9% will be put into this 401k fund. That is outstanding. It will constantly build. Yes, I know the economy is low, but the stocks are low also. So if you purchase low, you can buy more with your money, and when the value of the stock goes back up, you already have accumulated shares, and then you'll be ready and set for retirement. Another way to save money is if you have children and you would like to send them to school. You can set up what's called a 529 plan, which is an education fund. The IRS have set up rules and regulations that would allow you to contribute money to this fund just for education. Yes, you would have to do some research in knowing what type of school and how much the tuition may be, which will allow you to set aside, because you cannot contribute no more than what the fund will be. You must have knowledge of all of these situations that will allow you to make money. Become an investor. Know your resources. Consult with your record keeper. Consult with your HR department. Consult with your banking institution. Do not be ignorant about your money. You can also visit the World Wide Web. You can learn so many interesting things about finances, exchanging money, and how to invest your money. Be very careful. Don't be afraid to ask questions of people who are in the banking industry and people who are in the financial industry. Know your money. Have fun. Be informed. And have fun increasing your funds.